Two people eat the same number of calories. One loses fat and the other gains it. The difference isn't discipline. Oftentimes, it's insulin. This is why if you have insulin resistance, calorie counting won't fix the problem. Because when insulin is high in the body, you can't burn fat, no matter how few calories you eat. So today I'm breaking down exactly why calorie counting fails when you have insulin resistance. We'll get into what's really happening within your metabolism and what to do instead in order to get lasting results. I'm Kait, a nutritionist who specializes in insulin resistance and blood sugar balance. If you've seen my videos, 5 easy habits to improve insulin sensitivity fast, or how to build a low-carb, high-protein plate, you'll know I'm all about fixing the root cause of slow metabolism, not chasing calories. Because here's the truth. Yes, calories matter, but it's your hormones that decide what your body does with them. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why low-calorie diets backfire. We'll touch on how to figure out if your metabolism has slowed down and how to rebuild it by balancing your blood sugar and lowering insulin. All of this without calorie counting or restriction. Let's start with the problem. Calorie counting sounds logical. Eat fewer calories than you burn and you'll lose fat. But for people with insulin resistance, which is actually majority of the population, that formula breaks down, and it breaks down fast. Here's why. When you consistently eat too little, your body doesn't see it as a diet. It sees it as a famine, so it adapts by lowering your metabolic rate. Your body literally burns fewer calories to conserve energy. That's called metabolic adaptation, and it's one of the reasons that long-term calorie restriction stops working. And even worse, when calories drop too low, your body starts breaking down muscle tissue for energy. Less muscle mass means less glucose storage capacity, less fat burning, and a slower metabolism. And the irony is, the lower your calories go, the higher your hunger hormones climb, while your satiety hormones drop. You end up fighting your biology 24/7, and that is not sustainable. This is why people will eat 1,200 calories a day, feel miserable, and still not lose weight, because their metabolism has slowed down to match their intake, and higher insulin is still locking fat away. To understand why this happens, we need to look at insulin. Insulin is a storage hormone. Its job is to take the glucose from your meals and store it in your muscles, in your liver, or when those are full, in your fat cells. The problem is that with insulin resistance, your body needs more insulin to do the same job. This means that insulin stays longer than it should after every meal. When insulin is high, your body isn't in fat burning mode. It's in fat storage mode. This is because in someone who's metabolically healthy, when insulin is high, this means that there's energy available in the bloodstream. So why would your body tap into your stored body fat when there's energy available? But when you're insulin resistant, things are off. Even if you eat fewer calories, your body will burn through glucose and stored glycogen before ever touching body fat. That's why controlling blood sugar and lowering insulin is far more important here. When you bring down insulin, you open the door to fat burning. And once your body can access stored fat, you feel naturally less hungry, your energy will be steady, and your metabolism can speed back up. I always tell my clients that yes, calories matter, but hormones decide what your body does with them. So if insulin is high, yeah, you can be on a calorie deficit on paper and still not lose weight because those calories, they're being stored, not burned. Now let's talk about what happens when you stay in that low calorie state for a little too long. Yes, you might see some initial weight loss when you're eating a very low calorie diet, but that's mostly water and glycogen and not body fat. But then after that initial weight loss, things start to slow down. Your thyroid hormone drops, your metabolism adapts, and you burn fewer calories at rest. Your body becomes more efficient at holding onto energy, which is the opposite of what you want if you're trying to lose fat. And then come the side effects. Your hair starts thinning or shedding. Your hands and feet are always cold. For women, you might lose your menstrual cycle, or your period might become irregular. You'll be battling constant fatigue and brain fog. And as we spoke about earlier, your weight might plateau, even when you lower your calories further. All of these are signs that your body has downregulated to survive, not to thrive. And it's not that you failed. Your body is doing what it's designed to do to protect you. And when you combine long-term calorie restriction with insulin resistance, things get even trickier because your body is both energy deprived and also unable to burn energy efficiently. And that's why the solution isn't to eat less and less. It's to improve how your body uses what you eat. So how do we do this? We need to shift our focus from calorie counting to metabolic support. If you've watched my video on 5 easy habits to improve insulin sensitivity fast, you know that small changes compound quickly. So here's some of the most effective, easy ways to bring your insulin down and get your metabolism working again. Number 1 is to start your day with protein and fat, not carbohydrates. This sets your blood sugar on a stable track for the day. When your first meal is eggs, Greek yogurt, or even some leftover steak, instead of toast and fruit juice, your body releases far less insulin. Number 2 is to follow my high protein, smart carb meal framework. If you're new here, this is a structure I teach in my Build a Plate video. You start with 30 grams of protein per meal, cook it in healthy fat like ghee or avocado oil, add some non-starchy vegetables, and finish with some low-sugar fruit or avocado. You'll be amazed how long you stay full and how much steadier your energy feels. Step number 3 is to move after meals. A 10-minute walk after eating can significantly lower your glucose spike and reduce insulin needs. It's one of the simplest tools you can add right away. And finally, number 4 is to prioritize your muscle. Muscle is your biggest glucose sink. When you strength train, you increase your insulin sensitivity and your metabolism. That means more food freedom and faster fat loss. These are things that reset your metabolism long term. Not cutting calories, but changing how your body processes them. Now, as you start improving your insulin sensitivity and balancing your meals, you might be wondering, is this even working? And that's where tracking ketones can help. When your insulin drops and your body starts tapping into stored fat for energy, you produce ketones. Now, you don't need to be in deep ketosis to see results, but spending time in a mild fat-burning state, this can help to improve insulin sensitivity faster and help to build metabolic flexibility, which is your body's ability to switch between burning carbs for energy and fat. And that's why I've been using SciBio's continuous ketone monitor, which I'll link below. It's a small wearable device that tracks your ketone levels in real time, so you can literally see when your body shifts into fat burning mode. It's like having a window into your metabolism. Unlike blood ketone testing, you don't need to prick your finger. It's continuous and seamless. You can see how your meals, your workouts, your fasting windows, and even stress impact your fat burning state throughout the day. And here's what I love. It helps to personalize your routine. You can tell exactly what habits move your body into fat burning mode and which don't. Like I said, it's not about chasing deep ketosis or going extreme. It's about understanding your body and optimizing it for sustainable fat loss and better insulin control. If you want to try out SciBio's continuous ketone monitor for yourself, I will put that link in the description box down below. And make sure to use code KAIT15 at checkout because that's going to save you 15% off your first one. Now, I got a comment the other day, which I absolutely loved, and I'm going to try to sum it up. If I can find the user who wrote it, I'm going to put it on the screen right now. It said something like, a 7 out of 10 diet you can stick to is better than a 10 out of 10 diet you can't maintain. Because if you can't maintain it, then you're going to rebound. And you might end up eating a 3 out of 10 diet. And they're absolutely right. Extreme calorie restriction might work long term, but it almost always leads to rebound eating later. This is because it's not sustainable. It's too restrictive, it's too tiring, and it's too disconnected from real life. Instead, focus on a 7 out of 10 diet that you can maintain forever. Perfection shouldn't be your goal. Prioritize protein, eat mostly whole foods, balance your carbs, and keep insulin low throughout smart meal timing and daily movement. That's what creates consistency. And consistency is what creates results. And results that you can maintain. So stop trying to eat perfectly for a week or a month. Eat well enough, but for a lifetime. And that's how you actually reverse insulin resistance and lose those extra pounds for good, not just temporarily. We've covered a lot in today's video, so let's quickly recap the key points. The first is that calorie counting fails with insulin resistance because your metabolism slows and insulin blocks fat burning. Long-term low-calorie diets will backfire. They cause fatigue, hormonal issues, and muscle loss. So instead, focus on lowering your insulin through balanced meals, strength training, and a protein-first eating approach. And you can use SciBio's continuous ketone monitor to see when your insulin is low and your body is in a fat-burning state. You don't need deep ketosis, just some time in fat-burning mode each day. And remember, sustainable habits matter more than perfection. A 7 out of 10 diet you can stick to beats a 10 out of 10 crash diet every time. Now, if this helped you to understand your metabolism better, make sure to check out my other video on 5 easy ways to improve your insulin sensitivity fast. It's the perfect follow-up to this video. And if you want a visual guide on how exactly to build blood sugar and insulin-friendly meals that keep you full for hours, make sure to check out my video on how to build a low-carb, high-protein plate.